For this video, I'm going to talk about plotting your charts for a corner-to-corner picture blanket. And I've got this lovely design here that my son's done for me. I wanted something Cornish, and I got him to draw this lovely harbour scene for me. And then I told him I wanted these various images for Cornwall. We've got the Cornish flag, a Cornish pasty, ice cream. People keep asking me if that's a blue hot dog. It's actually supposed to be a surfboard at the sea. This is a chuff, which is the Cornish bird, what they would class as their national bird, but this is their bird. It's spelled C-H-O-U-G-H, chuff. We've got a sandcastle, a scone. For a Cornish cream tea, the Cornish always they have the scone, then they have the jam, and then they put their clotted cream on the top. Because they're proud of the clotted cream. We have a fishing boat because so much fishing around Cornwall. We have the engine house, which is they're seen all over Cornwall in various states of decay. They're from the tin mining era. We have the seagulls, of which there are an absolute abundance, and a lovely starfish as well. And this whole blanket is brought together. We've got all these squares are made up of 25 by 25 mini corner-to-corner sections. And then they're joined with, they're going to have a row of just half trebles going around the outside in black, and then they're going to be joined finally with a row of double crochet joining stitches in the gold, because the black and gold are the colours of Cornwall. So I've got my design, that's the first part. Next thing I did was, Matthew he loves drawing pixelated drawings. I'm very fortunate on that. So he's done all these as pixel drawings, and this is it as a pixelated image. Now this is for the large centre panel, and what we've done is we've looked at all the different colours that we're going to use, and I've given them abbreviations for each of them. I've got violet, and a colour Viridian is the name of the yarn colour that I've used. And so I've put VR, and I've got mustard and mint, so I've got M for mustard and MT for mint, just so I can remember which one it is, because on these there's a lot of colours and some letters are repeated. So the next thing I did was I then got my drawing and I started numbering the rows. Now the thing to remember is that the odd numbered rows, when you start your drawing, the odd numbers rows are going from the right side of the panel down to the bottom, and the even numbered rows are going from the bottom up to the right side. So I know from looking at this, I got myself a ruler, which I haven't got one lying around here, and I went diagonally, because the worked diagonally, I went along for all the rows that are just in this butterscotch, and I got up to row 20. Row 21 is the first row where I've got a different colour. And because it's an odd row, I know I'm working from the right side down. So I've written 1T, 20 big. So I've got 1 turquoise, 20 butterscotch. And you need to remember that on the increasing rows, you will have as many blocks as your row number. So always you should be able to check that 1 turquoise, 20 butterscotch is 21, because I'm on row 21. The next row I'm looking at, and I counted all the things, I've got 17 butterscotch, and then I've got 5 turquoise, and 17 and 5 make 22. That's good, row 22. And I kept going. You can see all my scribblings that I've got written on here. So if you want to find any image, maybe an embroidery pattern that's little squares, you can turn that into a corner-to-corner blanket just by simply moving your ruler progressively along and counting all the stitches. And it gets complicated along here. I've got the butterscotch, the violet, the mustard, the white, the turquoise, the kingfisher, and then the viridian, and then the sky blue. The black around the outside isn't part of the image, that's what's going to be added later. So having drawn all this, I've then typed it all out. So I've got up to row 61. I haven't actually finished writing it out, but I've learnt that this is how I'm going to do it. And when it comes to actually crocheting the bit, I know that this is what I'm looking for. If I'm on an odd row, I'm going to be working across. So I've got 6 turquoise, 2, I've forgotten what the L stands for, possibly lilac, 13 turquoise, 14 butterscotch. And then the next row, you have to remember, is working from this direction, going in the other direction. So where I finished with 14 butterscotch, I'm starting with 14 butterscotch, and you just keep counting. And so that's what we're going to use to actually work our pattern. And I'm going to pick up now this center panel and show you how I do it with the colors that I'm using.